Hey gang, welcome back to the channel. We're in Albuquerque.
And why the heck are we in Albuquerque?
Albuquerque for the Fiesta, the balloon Fiesta, Sharon.
Woo! All right, that has been on our bucket list forever.
Yeah, we're going to spend 9 days here working the balloons, learning all about them with the boomers and balloons.
It's going to be a great time, and maybe, just maybe, we might even get a chance to go up in a balloon ourselves.
That'd be cool.
In the last week or 2 or 3 months, and we started out with a goal of 30 pilots because last year we had 140 people trained and 38 pilots, and thankfully the Fiesta loves us.
Having your feet where your head is and your head where your feet is, and it's not a good feeling. So please be mindful where your feet are while you're holding the throat open. Next is the person on the crown line. Now, the person on the crown line, it's an extremely important position because you have to keep the balloon as steady as possible. You have to counter any of the wind that comes in, sweeping the balloon one direction or the other. You have to do everything possible to keep it straight.
All right, guys, we're out here on the balloon field, checking out where our balloonist has her launch site. Sorry about that speaker in the background. But we're going to T2, and I'll put a picture of the map up on the T11, which is still way over there. Then our other site that we're going to be helping manage is Q2, which is way over there. Probably a good solid 1.5 miles from where our RV is parked, I'm sure. All right, guys, we found T11. We got the radio in the background, the speaker. We are in the most northwest corner of this field. These squares are 100 by 100.
Took us 33 minutes to walk.
Took us 33 minutes to walk from the RV.
Yep.
All right, we got to know that because in the morning we're going to have like 4 o'clock in the morning days where we got to get these things up in the air. But we are at T11. You can see all the boxes straight on down on the row there. There's our T111 cone. This is one of the corners. This is the northeast corner of our landing zone, I'll call it. Okay, so 4 o'clock's gonna come early, but it's gonna be super cool. We're gonna have a great time. All right, this is our first day of training, or probably our only day of training. Got a bunch of folks out here. The teachers, they use the schools here locally, and some of the teachers, some of the staff brought us bagels and cream cheese, so that was very nice of them. We do appreciate that. And also Miss Pat, looks like she just arrived, our pilot and everything, so we'll get our training started soon. Our first glimpse of the balloon. There's our basket. Pretty cool looking. She's got it all in this. We just met Miss Pat, so we're gonna learn all about this big boy right here. Cloud Kisser. That's one of our balloons there, Cloud Kisser.
I don't know if anyone brought gloves.
Got our basket out of the truck, getting our balloon in position. She's going to do a static display. All right, they just checked all the pressure on their tanks. Miss Patricia just did all that. 125 pounds on her tank system. This thing in a 5-second burn will do 22 million BTUs of heat. She's firing up the burner now. This is such a cool deal right here, my friends. It don't get any cooler than this. Well, it would be if I was inside that balloon.
This will be a test burn. A little burn.
A little test burn. It's gonna make some noise. Whoa, look at that. That, my friends, that is worth the price of admission right there.
We frightened small children with that.
Wow, nice. All right, we got
Look at that. She made it.
She's harnessing it up. She uses a strap that goes around the top of her, I'll say roll cage, for lack of a better term. And anyway, it keeps everything even, keeps her envelope open at the base. And of course the burner goes up in the center there. So we got it out there. This envelope, it's not a balloon, it's an envelope. It's getting ready to come out of that bag. All right, we're getting the envelope out of the bag now. Pretty cool. They're Sharon up there helping. She's gonna lay that out, and there's Miss Carla she's directing. She's the crew chief for the balloon, and Miss Pat is the pilot. And this thing's gonna be about 80 feet tall when it's inflated. All right, we got the fan on. We got the envelope. The fan is putting air into that envelope so she can start this burner. So we're getting it all unwound down there. That's what we're doing right now. All right, the balloon is up. Look at this big boy. Wow, crazy, crazy. They've got arms on. They're weighting down the balloon over there. They got arms on. The balloon is down. Sharon and her crew there, they're keeping tension on it because eventually this whole balloon, or excuse me, the envelope, sorry, will be put in that bag, back in that bag. The envelope's all packed away in this bag, and this is old and new school technology all mixed together right there. We're compressing it down. old butts. Nice. And there's Miss Pat. She's gonna take the burner off, take the superstructure down. She's burning off her LP because you never let it, because LP is heavier than air, of course, and so it stays on the ground. So you want to burn it off and not just leak it down. Okay. All right, first morning of flights. We're heading to pilot briefing. There's Sharon with her earmuffs. And every morning they do a laser light fireworks show. Got some buffalo, herd of buffalo running. That's Pat up there, our pilot, and Dave, one of our other crew members, right over there. Yeah, that's pretty cool, and they're actually done with drones. Those are actually drones doing that.
The
Pretty great.
51st Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. I said 51st Balloon Fiesta.
Woo, there we go. Nice. Yeah, it is.
It's live up here too. More looking at me than you, but they're looking at us throughout the whole event. Look what we're bringing to Fiesta this year: the Gordon Bennett, the 66 Gordon Bennett, and they're on schedule for today. I'll talk a little bit more about the activities planned for today. But again, just a reminder for y'all to update your electronic maps. Afternoon at 4 o'clock, there's a Great American Kite Show. If you were here yesterday, you may have got a preview of some of these fantastic kites, but they are planning to go up at 4 o'clock, obviously weather permitting.
Let's get this thing launched.
Let's get it launched. But so what's the sequence here, Sharon? Where are we at in the sequence for launching?
Well, right now, we haven't actually rolled it out here yet. So we are waiting for the first wave of balloons to take off. Once they do, then we will start to prep our balloon. We've already got the basket out there, and we'll be rolling out the envelope, which
like
is the
these
fabric
folks, like these folks have already done.
Correct, yes.
Yep.
And getting all the cords connected there. And then we'll be doing the cold inflate, which is just done with the fan, just getting air in there to kind of poof it up. Once it gets enough poofed up, that's filled out, then we do the...
Sharon, is that real balloon talk, poofing up?
Yes, poofed it up.
Okay.
No, we're not blowing it up.
No, don't blow up a balloon.
It's a cold inflate. And then once that's done, then we'll start to put the actual flame in. That's the hot inflate.
All right.
Right?
I can't wait for the hot inflate. Yeah, that's pretty much, you got it all figured out. That's pretty much it. They're getting these balloons all stood up, and they have sequencing throughout the entire field. There's a lot of balloons here.
Riders, and those are the commercial ones where you can get rides.
Yeah.
Our second wave, so what was it?
That was the cheapest.
Hey guys, so you understand how this works. Sharon explained how we do our balloon, which is perfect, but this field is orientated north to south, and there is a poop ton of 100-foot squares on this field. They start from the south end and they work their way north in waves, and there's different sequencing that the balloons do to get ready to launch. And today they're going to do 3 sequences of basically south to north. We're in the last of the second wave, so we still got a little ways to go before we'll launch. All right, guys, see all these balloons out here have such cool stuff on them, and there's one we're trying to figure out.
It does say Jesus Christ. There's something.
We're trying to figure out what
maybe
that.
It's a church.
It's probably a church one or something. Right there looks like a picture of Jesus. I don't know, microphone?
It does look like that.
It does. All these balloons over here, we're part of the balloons that are waiting to launch, waiting to inflate and launch. That's our balloon right there. The
Fun guy.
the Cloud Kisser. Sorry, got distracted there. Got the basket out. That's Cloud Kisser 5. That's right. Got our crew here. Got part of our crew right here. Nice. That's from Seek Your Own. That's Seek Your Epic. Make sure I said that right. So very cool. We got Miss Jody, commercial pilot. She's with us. A wealth of knowledge. And so we're just waiting our turn out here. All right, our row's starting to stand up their balloons. This is called a cold inflation. They just use a fan, and they get air into it, like Sharon said, and then they light the burner, and that'll put hot air in there, and then the balloon will stand up. We're standing amongst the balloons now. We've got our balloon laid out. Cloud Kisser 5 is getting ready to be inflated. Our crew's getting ready. This guy over here, he's got to get lifted off before we start inflating. And we'll do a cold inflate with the fan, and then Pat will fire that burner once we get upright, or once we start getting a little bit of lift from the fan. Oh wow, check it out. That's cool.
Oh,
That is so cool. That is that's amazing.
I told you I'd try to point out the best shot.
You did. I'm not gonna. All right, I better stop because she's gonna be reading. Sharon, we're going.
She goes.
I don't want to do too much video because I want to help Pat. If she needs help, someone will be able to help her. That's part of the whole mission. Just putting fire in this thing.
It's amazing those. Ropes don't burn.
All right. What Miss Pat's doing now, we're up in the balloon with Miss Pat, and what she's doing now, she has to get up to about 500 feet, but not super quick, about a couple hundred feet per minute, and still navigate. We have to be all eyes on. There's a lot of balloons in the area. So Sharon's got her Gulani eyes on.
Here we are, high in the sky above Albuquerque. What do you think, Dwight?
Hey, this is pretty cool. We're Miss Pat in the Cloud Kisser.
And here's our pilot, Pat.
Cloud Kisser. All right, guys, what Miss Pat's trying to look at, we've got clearance so we can land on the field, the launch field. You got all these other balloons to keep an eye on, but also just north of here is an Indian reservation. And it's actually prohibited land to land on. You can land on, but then you gotta get permission to go retrieve your balloon. You can't relaunch. There's a paperwork involved with it, so they try not to get onto the property just north of the field. Not that it can't happen, but they try not to do that so that they kind of stay out of that whole entanglement mess, I'll call it. So anyway, she's looking to maybe land back on this field here, maybe overfly it, drift back a little bit, and find a good soft place there to land.
About this a little bit, so they're close.
1784 or
Yeah.
85.
The French guys were doing it 1780.
Actually, 1783.
Ah, nice.
Close. You remember close.
Yeah.
Second question.
All right.
What country was the very first hot air balloon?
France.
Yep,
All
it was
right,
France.
you
Yep.
got that. So there were two brothers named Joseph and Etienne Montgolfier. Very French sounding. So that would have given it away if I gave the names early. Anyway, their family and their business was a paper mill factory.
Yep.
And they were always burning off their paper.
Oh, I didn't know this.
And instead of gravity just having a drop when they burn it off, they saw little particles floating off. And they were interested with that philosophy, and they thought that the very creative and imaginative people that they were, they thought if they could capture that energy, it causes that lift. They didn't know at that time if it was the fire, smoke maybe, heat, something was making that lift off instead of just dropping with gravity. So they started trying to capture that, and they got that lift, and they started making them bigger and bigger and bigger. It got to the point they thought maybe underneath it that could actually transport something somewhere. So I'm sure they tried little articles of whatever, but eventually it was animals. You might remember we talked about the different animals.
Yep.
One was a duck. One was a rooster. And one was a lamb.
Yep.
Now the lamb was probably closest to what a human could be. Its lung capacity, its weight. So thinking ahead, if it pulled up a lamb and lifted it up, maybe they would be able to put a human in someday. So those were the first passengers, and they did have a successful flight in 1783. So eventually they were thinking, okay, I think we're ready to put a human in this. But why do you think they used animals in the first place, though?
Well, expendable, right?
To make it
They're
safe.
expendable. Yeah.
You know, if it didn't work,
No.
tried.
Animal testing.
Yeah.
Now when you're starting to think about humans, it takes it to a different level. So they're thinking, we have to let this person really know that it's very risky.
This
So
could
they
go
said,
bad.
No problem. We could put somebody on death row.
Oh, no kidding.
If this does not work, because they were going to make a big deal out of it with all ambassadors from different countries. Ben Franklin was even there. That was his era. So, yeah, somebody from death row. No problem. Doesn't work out?
Hey,
Sorry.
no harm, no foul.
Well, hey guys, I hope you've been enjoying the video so far,
It's been a hectic 3 days, man. We're tired.
but we're having a blast.
We are having a blast. We've met so many people, learned so much about the balloons.
Yep, and we actually got up in a balloon ourselves.
We did, had a great time. And this upcoming video that we're going to put together for you guys is going to be a montage of the remainder of the
Videos.
Yep.
So we're not going to be hearing you talk as much, Dwight?
No, I'm going to pretty much shut up and do some music on that one for you guys. But anyway, we appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and want you to have
Enjoy.
have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.